This is a match they feel they have to win. And they haven't started it out too well. The lag won by Ontario. Ben Crawley, singles play versus Nicolas Charette. And Nicolas, the reigning Quebec provincial champion. And Ben, the qualifier from Toronto, making Team Ontario. So on paper, you feel like there can only be one winner, but the old cliche, Russ, the game isn't played on paper.
That's very true, brother.
And Nicolas Charette is coming off a loss, partnering Luke Salvis. So,
as have all the Quebec players in team match going into singles play, they've all come off of a loss, and it has followed into singles play as well.
Well, the one saving grace though is Quebec's lone point came in singles play.
Yeah, but I mean the first match is that 5-man rotation. It's not a real Scotch doubles type format. I'm saying after that, the first match went to Quebec with Martel beating Pagulayan, and since then it's been an Ontario roll.
Well, this is a nice opening here for Ben. Chance to grease that back arm, loosen up.
And he needs it. He needs it. He knows.
He's looked tight to me. He really has.
I thought he has played well in team play. I thought he's made good shots. I like the way he's played, and he's under more pressure than everybody because everyone considers him the weak link, and he's probably dealing with more pressure than all of them because he has to show that he belongs, and up to now he's done it. Now, did he finish 2 straight here?
Well, he's certainly too close to the cushion to get the cue ball.
Just a tad, Jim, just a tad.
I'll tell you what, that's a good recovery.
That's a heck of a good recovery. And the rail isn't hampering him now. He's just going to stop that right there. That's the way to put your stamp on it early, isn't it? You
tell
get
you
the
what,
opportunity,
a
you
break
make it.
and run out, Russ. One of the very few we've seen, but you're right. That was a way to establish a little bit of confidence. And now down to Nicolas Charette to respond. He'll break in the next. But again, you know, Russ, you pointed it out. Have a look at the Ontarios, the side over to the left as we look.
Yeah,
everybody's there.
Just about to say the very same thing. You took the words right out of my mouth. Charette is sat there with only Luke Salva, and Luke, like I said, he's the soul of the team, but he's not the captain of the team. But yet he's acting like the captain, and he's there with his guy, win, lose, or draw. And the other team, no blue shirts in sight. I'll tell you what, Martel has to be fuming about this, but he's not here either. 1, 2, and 3. But he lost the cue ball again.
Yeah, this is the definition of Mission Impossible right here.
Mm-hmm.
The 2 is in the open, but you can't see Nicolas attacking from here. He just can't get the cue ball back for the 3.
So how does he play it safe, Jim?
You know what? He's just got to bump it to the bottom cushion and try and use the 8 and the 9 in the middle of the table for obstruction.
Yeah.
Good shot. Good shot.
Yeah. Here we
That's all he could do.
Yep.
Extension call.
If he hits this flush, there's a chance he could snooker him behind the 7. That's what he's looking at. He'd like to hit this 2 dead on. Leave the cue ball there.
Now, what kind of pace does he want to play this?
Not hard.
Not hard.
Not
right?
hard.
So that's why he has to hit it perfect, right? It's too thin.
2 passes, and he's got the angle to take the cue ball up for the 3.
Yep.
You agree?
Is this too straight? Is it too straight, James?
I think he can follow through here. Try and get that cue ball out towards the middle of the table. The 4 at the opposite end, but anything in the middle will do.
That was good. You could see the spin he had on that ball. Jim, are you a fan of the, for television, of the measle ball where you can see the spin?
I am from the spectator's perspective.
Yeah, but not from a player.
But I think I'm kind of a traditionalist, Russ. I know one thing, they tried to introduce it in snooker, and they had no chance.
Yeah, right. He's overcut him. It slid on him. He tried to drag the shot. Now, did he get it? Did he hide enough of it? He tried to drag it, and you could see it move off course when he tried to drag it to hold for the 5. Well, I think if there's one thing that's been told of the story of Team Quebec so far in this tournament is they're just not closing when given the opportunities. In my simplistic analysis, that seems to be
They've had a few chances to seal the deal in a couple matches, and have failed to do that.
Yeah, failed.
They've been big points. That was a nice shot.
It was a beautiful shot.
I thought if there was going to be a hiccup
That would be it.
with Ben, it was going to be in that shot.
Yeah, that's good. See, I like the way this guy's playing. I like it. He's flowing. He's hitting the cue ball well.
For me, this is the best he's looked.
Well,
And you know what? Singles play can bring that out.
Yep.
You
He's
establish a
in
little
control of
rhythm,
himself.
and
Yeah.
you know, he's looked very confident. He looks like he's in complete control of his nerve too, and that's always key.
I don't know if they made that as a conscious decision, but you know, pairing him with Alex in the team play had to have done a world of good for his confidence.
Well, Alex is the captain.
Yeah. He's a captain, and he's a positive sort. You know, you don't have to have a lot of pressure on yourself in making everything perfect, because he'll solve the problem if you leave him with one. It does. Your slight error is not as magnified when Alex is following you. You know, I think that makes a huge difference.
You know, as day 2 unfolds here, Russ, have you had a chance to look at the lineup? I can't wait for the last match of the day. It's a tortoise in the hare.
A tortoise in the hare. That's cold. I got to tell Mario you said that.
Well, it won't be the first time they will have played. Both left-handers.
Yeah. Two of the most opposite type characters on the table.
On and off the table.
Yeah. Nothing. It's funny when no ball when you don't make 2 or 3 balls, nothing goes. Have you noticed that? If you either make 2 or 3 or you make nothing.
Well, Nick has a shot here. It's a fine cut into the side pocket.
Yeah, because he can't jack up to screw back and he can't hold it for the deuce. So he's got to cut it in the side. That was it. That's
Nice
not
shot.
bad at all.
Very good shot.
That is
Position
not bad at all.
was far from straightforward there. Every chance now for Nick, and you know what? He needs this rack, and he needs it right now.
Yeah. And not with 2 tries at it either. One try. He'll be hampered. And that side pocket is in the way.
That's what he's thinking about. He'd like to have been straighter, and he's hampered cueing.
Mm-hmm.
Extension call.
He's got perfect alignment in his stance. That was as best as he could hope for.
Absolutely.
That was darn good.
Took the words out of my mouth. He couldn't have played that shot any better. And he's still got work to do.
Yes, he does. Now, do you go up and down with this, Jim, or do you feather it and try to hope it?
It's a personal preference thing. I think he's going to feather it.
You're right. Does he overcut it? He does.
Again, that pocket has come to haunt Nick
Yes, it
a
has.
couple times.
But even if he makes it, like this is what he would have left himself on the 5. And to me, that's not sufficient enough. Hit the ball with conviction and go back down and come back up.
Yeah, but if he'd have made it, it would have been a thicker hit, and I don't think the cue ball would have traveled quite so far.
Yeah,
but
fair enough. Yeah, not by much thicker, but yeah, you're right.
he wants to go around the back of the 5. So speed is important here.
Extension call.
The speed that he plays this is everything.
And how thick he hits the 4 as well. It's just to slow it down. If it's real thin, it doesn't take the speed off. That's good. Not great, but good. Because he'll be able to come off this rail and bounce back for the... Is he looking at the combination? No. Oh, he decided against it. Played the safety. I guess that's the right shot.
Well, it is for him.
But you're not making a mistake when you're playing a good solid safety. You can't be making a mistake.
Funny things happen though in this game.
Yeah,
You see it so often. You let a player back in, and after that miss, he's back after one shot.
That's right. That's right.
And things happen, Russ. You never
And
know.
things happen. You almost called it right there. Things almost happen right there. And now he's straight. Now he's straight. So do you pull this all the way back to the bottom rail and spin it back up? It looks forward because you have enough room. He can't slide over. Yeah. I love when I call it.
Just
Yeah,
overhit this slightly.
Just a bit. But the eight's
not
up
bad.
this side. Yeah, the eight's up this. It's south of the pocket, so he can allow it to travel a little more.
I actually met Ben in Manchester, England, when he won the World Junior.
Is
He
that
was
right?
part of the representing Australia, part of their team there, and I was doing the English 8-ball back then. So I got my first glimpse of Ben. He's from Adelaide. They said Darwin, but I think that's where he was born. He grew up playing in Adelaide.
Now, was the 8-ball that he won, is it American 8-ball or
No,
it's
English
UK,
8-ball.
the red and yellow balls?
Correct, with the undersized cue ball.
All right. Love that game, by the way. I think it's a good game. It's a hard game. It's not as easy as it looks.
Well, he was off the cue very quick there, and that's always a nervy reaction for me, so I was going to kind of reset and focus on this 9.
That's
Pumps it into the back of the pocket, and right now he is punishing Nicolas Charette every single time. The missed opportunities from Nick, and 3-0 in favor of Team Ontario in the form of Ben Crawley.
I'm As you stay quiet, I'm assuming you don't agree with, or you like the
No, but I was nodding.
Oh, you were nodding, were you? Nodding is not good for radio, you know.
Nodding doesn't work on radio, does it?
No.
Yeah, it's not happening right now for Quebec.
Well, at some point, you know.
Entre la case, c'est pas bonne.
Non, il a
Elle
fait
a pas
deux
traversé.
boules. Deux boules. Il
Elle
a
n'a
fait
pas
deux
traversé
boules.
la ligne.
Oui, mais il a fait deux boules.
Ah, OK. OK.
Yeah, 2 balls down.
2 balls down.
2 balls down, Guy.
OK.
Eventually, the pool gods get mad at you when they say, I've given you so many opportunities and you haven't taken advantage of them. I'm not giving you any more.
Il va le laisser jouer, je pense. Ah.
Depends what kind of a safety he can come up here with.
Juste dire au monde sur Internet là, que ce soir, il va pleuvoir, fait que venez-vous-en tous ici.
Il va pleuvoir?
Ouais, j'espère.
Ah. En fait, tous ceux qui ont leur billet savent qu'ils devraient être ici.
Oui.
C'est le reste qu'il faut qu'ils écoutent
Ben,
sur
c'est ça.
billard.com, BILLARDQUEBEC.COM.
Hier, juste pour informer les gens, on a eu tout près de 1000 viewers.
Ah, ben parfait.
Oui.
Guy just said that yesterday. We hit a high of 1,000 viewers yesterday. So that's good. Ça, c'est cumulatif.
Cumulatif.
Accumulated of 1,000.
En même temps, environ 150.
At one time, 150 at one time. And 1,000.
Puis aujourd'hui, on se maintient entre 75 et 100.
We're between 75 and 100 today.
Ouais, c'est
That's the
correct ça.
shot.
Hein? Ouais, oui.
That was a terrific shot.
Yes, it was. Jim, how long has Ben been in Ontario now?
Ben's been there, I'm going to say about 3 years now. Maybe even just a touch longer. But he married a young lady from Toronto. That's what brought him over.
Right.
That's usually the case, eh?
Absolutely.
That's a big draw.
He's spinning this around.
Yes, he's trying to hit about half ball on this.
Do you think he wanted to go rail first?
No.
No, I don't think so.
He's left Nick a chance. Not easy.
He kind of stabbed at that shot on spinning,
Yeah,
and he didn't.
that was a bit nervy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it looked like a little stab.
Well, second prize. Well, it wasn't intended, but he'll certainly accept it. Quebec right now needs all the breaks they can get. I mean, Nick trails 3-0 already in this, the fourth match of day 2. That's 6-1 in favor. The overall score 6-1 favoring Ontario.
But even if he did get lucky on getting a snooker out of this, that's a bad miss again. He should not have had that miss. See, strange things happen when you're taking a flyer at a ball. Now what? You play the combination here, Jim? He's playing the carom. Oh, playing safe. I'm not sure I like that selection that he did right there. And if he was playing safe, he should have been able to get a better finish than that.
Yeah, you know what? He's almost left.
Almost.
I don't think the 3-9 is an option. If it is, could play the 3-9 and almost play it safe too. But it looks like he's going to try and make the 3 in the bottom right corner.
And he did. That's a huge shot.
Best shot of the
That's
match.
huge.
If he can float this in and hold for position on the 5, that is the best shot of the match.
Yeah. And he did. And didn't. Well, I spoke too soon.
Just slightly overcut that. I mean, position to the 5 is not easy here,
And
but
I guess that's why it took off the way it did. The cue ball, he didn't hit enough of the 4 to slow it down. Well, he sees it. Well. I thought that
Il se donne des coups difficiles. Hein?
Ouais.
Des longs shots, c'est pas évident.
not the conventional
No, not the conventional
position shot, but it
but
looks like it'll work. Straight in the side.
There it is. Well, he can't say he didn't work for this frame. good.
Needed that one badly.
It's disheartening when you play, like you said, the shot of the match, a brilliant shot that Ben played on the 3, and then miss the next shot. That's yeah.
It's but that's pool.
Yeah,
You know, I mean, your toughest shot is the next one.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And it's often not as tough as the one you just made to get there. Huh?
Rack number 5, Ben Crawley, like to knock a couple in here off the break, and I didn't see anything drop.
Like I said, if it's not making 2 or 3 at a time, nothing is going. Crazy the way it racks. No. No.
Yeah, it's pretty tough getting position to the 2, though. But
yeah.
I mean, still, that's a mistake from Nick.
Unless you do that. He tried. You were expecting the side, weren't you? You were expecting him to play that on the side, no? No?
Do I have to answer that?
Yes, you do have to answer that.
Every now and then my snooker brain kicks in and you don't anticipate them taking on a shot like that. That was a pretty good effort from Ben, and just about got the 2 into play. Well, he's got a wall of colors to try and hide behind near where he's cueing. That's what he's trying to do. Get the cue ball back over there and duck behind one of them, and I think he's found cover. And there is the definition of cover.
Caché.
Jim, what do you think about some of the players now using the longer cues, longer than the conventional?
Well, I know one thing. Earl Strickland, Shane Van Boning uses a long cue now. I think that's all it takes is a couple top players to start using them, and other players. I'm not. Again, it's not conventional. I don't see the benefits yet.
I was just about to ask you, what's the benefit if you're choking up on the cue anyways? Is it just because it gives it more weight? Or is it a question of balance?
Balance, for sure. Now, this is interesting here. He's going to play the 2 into the 9, into the 3. He would like to leave
Woody.
the 9 right there. Now, that would be ideal.
Or follow it in.
Well, yeah, that could be tough, though, because I don't know how do you impart topspin into the 9, so I think playing it at the speed to leave the 9 over the pocket would be ideal.
Now, does he screw it back?
Yes.
Il va reculer.
it is.
Well, that was well played.
That was definitely well.
The safety shot laid the foundation for the win there. A very good safety shot, and the rest was academic. 4-1, Ben Crawley over Nick Charette. And given the alternating break format now, you've got to feel this is going to be a tough one to overhaul.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to the next team match as well.
Yeah, you've got the heart and soul of each team.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
Alex and Luke Salvis. It's going to be doubles, but Mario Moore and Alex Pagulayan versus Luke Salvis and Alain Martel. That'll be fun too.
Yeah, and very similar too. Like Alain is very methodical in his approach of the way he plays the game, and Luke is, shoots from the hip and he fires at everything. And Mario is, of course, more conventional, and Alex will just go for things. So.
Yeah, there's still some enticing prospects in terms of matches yet to come here on day 2. But at this moment in time, Quebec needs to start putting some wins on the board.
Yeah, no, definitely not. 1, 2, 3, ball down. No love. No love. That's a heck of a shot. Crawley taps the table, acknowledging that effort by Nicolas Charette.
Well, Nicolas right now, he needs a little bit of encouragement. Young man. He's the reigning Quebec champion, which to me speaks volumes.
Should. But I don't think that neither Charette, Dave, or Hewitt have played to the potential that we know they can play. I think they've underachieved, and in contrast, Ben Crawley has probably played above what anybody would have expected him
to this point, certainly in this match.
Yeah. That's one. To borrow your phrase, the table is at his mercy. Now, can he capitalize? That's 2.
More significantly, he must capitalize.
Very good point. That'd be 3.
Just got to leave himself a nice angle on that 5. He'd like to be on the left-hand side of the 5 so he can play it to get off that side cushion for the 6 to the corner that he's cueing nearest.
Correct.
Looks good.
Yeah.
That's good. Thump this in. We'll play this with a bit of speed.
So it comes back out to the center, right? You still want it to come back out to the center off
Absolutely right, Ross.
That's good. Nodding your head doesn't work.
Nodding doesn't. That's nodding and talking.
Yes.
Oh, he has underhit it. Well, traveled far enough, though. It's not ideal, but it's not the worst case scenario either.
I think he can bite enough of the object ball that he'll be able to put the backspin on it that he needs. Oh, no, he's following it.
Yeah, I think he can miss them.
Making it look like you're going to run right into it. That's going to be good. Oh, that's going to be difficult.
Kind of the 50-yard line, but
Yeah.
he'll cut this into the corner. The crowd waited to applaud. They wanted to make sure that cue ball was going to be on the table, but 4-2.
Luke Salva took a huge sigh of relief and scratched his head as he saw the cue ball making its way to that bottom pocket.
They got the noisemakers in the crowd. As though Alex needs a noisemaker. He's an entertainer on and off the table, the Lion.
Mario must think he's in a cuckoo factory. He must wonder, what the heck is this?
Now a 4-2 lead for Ben Crawley. The transplanted Aussie, now adopted by Canada, and more specifically Ontario. And how about that break? But it's illegal.
Illegal.
Even though he made a ball off the break. And this is perfect now for Nick.
He's tall enough so he'll be able to get over that 5. Oh, it wasn't even hampering him. Look from here, it was hampering him. No worries. Saw the little window. That's all I needed.
Yeah, keep it simple.
No.
As soon as he hit it.
Yeah.
As soon as he hit it, he knew.
And because of how he hit it, he didn't even have optimal position on the floor. It traveled way more than it should have. Now, he's got to come around for this, so he's going to cut this in the side. Yep.
This looks like a nice speed. That was the key.
Yep.
Very nice speed. 5 goes by the 9. So
Can you
he
see
can
that
just
from there? Yeah.
He can just play this straight in and let the natural path allow that cue ball to float up for the 5 to the same pocket. And he's insured to leave himself a nice angle, too.
To get back for the 6.
Yep. It's all coming to you. It's all coming to you, Russ.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you follow this, Jim, nicely and just let the natural path come off the bottom rail, or do you play it with bottom and come off 2
I would
rails?
play it with bottom off 2 rails, but this is just however you feel most comfortable.
Gotcha. Got the natural angle too to punch off the side, and he screwed it back. I wonder why he didn't follow it up.
Well, he could probably reach that with the extension he's got in there, but
yeah. All he's got to do is finish where that cue, the headrest is, the head of the rest, and he did. And that's going to seal this one.
He hasn't taken that extension off yet.
No.
Doesn't need to. And Ben Crawley secures yet another point for Team Ontario. 7-1 now.
Nous, on vous revient à
All one-way
16h.
traffic.
Un match en équipe. Mario Moreau, Alex Pagulayan contre Luc Salva et Alain Martel. À tantôt.